This week, it looks like it might just be ransomware week.
Raise the alarm!
Hey guys, it's DC here. We've got another episode of CyberSec news. In the news today, we have RYUK forces shutdown of Prosegur network. The New York Police Department closely avoids a huge ransomware hack, and cyber weekend scams. Straight into the first article, the RYUK ransomware has forced the Prosegur security firm to shut down its network. In a statement from the Spanish multinational security company, they announced that they had fallen victim to a cybersecurity incident which had disrupted its telecommunication platform. The result was a restriction on communication with its customers to avoid the malware spreading. Many employees working at Prosegur head office were sent home when the network was confirmed to be infected with ransomware, with systems being reported down for a 9-hour period. However, it is unclear exactly when Prosegur detected the incident. That sounds terrible. 9 hours downtime after being hit by some ransomware malware. That's really something, guys. The company later tweeted that it undertook maximum security measures to stop the malware from spreading internally and to the network of its clients. It sounds like basically they just pulled the power on all of their servers and just blitzed it. They just turned the network off, basically. It's nice at least that they did think about their clients, though. It sucks that the malware got through in the first place, but hopefully they increase their user security practice training and security controls in upcoming meetings. I assume that this malware / ransomware got in from a user clicking on something dodgy, because that's usually how these sort of attacks get through. It's not usually something that's like hit on a server, unless of course someone was on like working on a terminal server and they clicked on something dodgy and then it just infected the terminal server, which then I guess would have blitzed everything as well. But hey, who knows how it got through. They didn't really give too much up in their report, but hey, they got hit. Next article, the New York Police Department has also been the target of ransomware this week. The target in question was the fingerprint database, which was also attacked in mid-October of 2018. I guess whoever's hitting this really wants to get those fingerprints out, or maybe they want to find their own fingerprint and remove it. Who knows? The malware was reportedly brought in via a third-party vendor who was setting up video equipment at the NYPD's police academy. Whoops. When a device was connected to the police network. I'm not sure which genius allowed a third party to connect to a core network in a police-controlled network, but that seems pretty special to me. Yeah, that's terrible. So some guy was rocking up into a police academy to set up some video equipment, probably for some training or something, to like video record the training. And he had malware on his computer, like a ransomware, and he plugged it into the network, which they allowed him access to an internal network, which is pretty special. And they didn't have any client isolation either, apparently. And yeah, straight through it goes. So I guess if you ever want to hack into the NYPD's network, go to their police academy and connect to their guest network. Because yeah, unless they connected him to the core network, which is terrible. But hey, who knows? After the ransomware was up and running on the network, it hit 23 police computers linked to the fingerprint tracking system, but luckily it never executed because the IT security team detected the malware and were able to contain it quickly. The NYPD shut down their fingerprint system for a few hours to make sure everything was safe before switching it back on for police to use again. I bet a few people got fired that day. Yeah, definitely. First of all, the guy who allowed them access to the core network. That's terrible. The guy who was, whoever this third-party video equipment software place was, whoever had the computer, like if it was his own personal computer that he was using, that's a massive no-no. If it was their company computer that was being used at the NYPD Police Academy, that's also a massive no-no, because how did they get through with a malware-ridden computer? What the hell is wrong? There's so many red flags in this, it's ridiculous. Heads will roll. The last article is Black Friday / Cyber Monday / Cyber Weekend deals are out and about, and guess what? So are scams. Consumers looking to land a sweet deal are gearing up for Cyber Weekend deals, but so are hackers looking to make a few quick dollars. A study conducted by Zero Fox's Alpha team have identified 61,305 potential scams. Wow, that's a lot. Spread across 26 brands, and apparently the brick and mortar retails are the primary focus of these scams, with an astounding 92% of scam campaigns being used with a store. That is massive. So 61,300 potential scams, 92% are hitting brick and mortar stores. So a brick and mortar store is just like a shop front that you can actually walk in, like a physical shop, not a online store. Scammers likely target brick and mortar retails in such high quantities because these kinds of scams will be attractive to a larger pool of consumers and thereby potential victims. Fewer consumers are in the market for luxury goods and high-end jewelry than are shopping at large brick and mortar stores that appeal to multiple price points. Brick and mortar stores also carry a wide range of goods from electronics to jewelry versus stores that only sell one kind of good, the report stated. So basically they're hitting up large department stores that sell lots of different stuff for different price ranges, from $1 to $1,000. Probably because there's such a large inventory, it's much easier to make some money out of it. For businesses, there are two ways to look at cyber risks around Black Friday. The first is that simply because it's a busier time and more money is flowing through their systems, attacker will be more likely to target them, hoping for the business to serve as a diversion. The second way to look at it is from an employee perspective. Staff may be shopping online from business-owned assets, thus potentially opening them up to Black Friday scams. For this reason, it would be worth it for businesses to focus on education and training on how to recognize scams and phishing attempts, Mr. Erlin said. For the retailers out there, make sure you use reputable payment services and keep your online trading and payment software up to date. For example, certificates and payment gateways. And for the consumers out there, make sure you're only buying from reputable websites. So, and websites that you actually know to be legitimate as well. Otherwise, you're probably going to get stuck in a card bot. Anyway, that's all the news I have for this week. You can check that out on cybersecguidance.com/post, and you'll be able to find all of my different news stories and some other articles on there as well. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching, guys.